Good afternoon, everyone. Well, I am really late today, huh? I had to do a stream, though, considering Megan Boswell finally got charged with murder. Hey, Lisa, Cheryl, Peggy Sue, Beach Bum, Lori, Carolina Girl, Tremaine, Cheryl Lynn. Am I missing anyone here? If I missed anyone, my apologies. Look, I am way behind. Let me go out and come back in on my phone in the chat. So I thought we would talk about Megan Boswell's charges. Like, I was totally blown away yesterday when I saw that the TBI was holding a press conference. And I was like, wow, what's going on here? And they announced that Megan has got murder charges. Hold on, let me get to my gallery right here because I want to look at her charges. 2 counts of felony murder, 1 count of aggravated child abuse, 1 count of aggravated child neglect, 1 count of tampering with evidence, 1 count of abuse of a corpse, 1 count of failure to report a death under suspicious, unusual, or unnatural circumstances, and 12 counts of false reporting. It's about time. Before we get into all that, I will tell y'all about Skylar. Yesterday evening, Timothy and I took Ladybug and Skylar for a walk. She had been feeling better. She acted like she wanted to go. We get on the walk, and about halfway, she starts acting weird, like she's in pain again. And we like to never made it home with her. She was hunched up walking. She was kind of wobbly and all this and that. So when we got home, we tried to put her eardrops in her ear, and she started cutting a fit, howling. You could tell she was in pain. We took her to the vet this morning. This time, the main vet came in there, and he put his finger in her ear, and he said her ear's closing up. It's about swelled up. So he had to stick a big Q-tip down in her ear, several of them, and try to clean her ear out and open up the hole. And he told us, do not touch her ears, put no more medicine in it. Her medicine wasn't going down her ear because it was swollen. She got bad ear infection. Anyways, he put this other medicine in. And after he put it in, he said, I do not want y'all to touch her ear and bring her back in 1 week. And I'm going to put some more medicine in her ear. And then we're going to wait 6 weeks and do it again. Yeah, her ear infection, she's in there whining right now, is really, really bad. If this don't work, she may have to have surgery. But I can tell a major difference in her from the time we left the vet's office after he put the medicine in till now. When she's real sick, she don't whimper. She whimpers to get what she wants. That's how she communicates with us. It's a little much sometimes, right? But yeah, so I can tell she's feeling a lot better. She's walking better. She's holding her head up when she walks. Y'all just don't know. I mean, I was crying when the vet was messing with her ear. And he was howling with her. He's like, I'm not hurting her, because I was like, Mark, I got to walk out of the room. And he's like, I promise you, I'm not hurting her. But it had to have hurt. I did tell him, I said, well, she is a little dramatic, kind of like her mama. Yeah, it's bad, guys. She may have to end up having surgery. Carolina Girl, I didn't follow Evelyn's case super close, but it seems like her mom and boyfriend, baby daddy situation was all sketchy. Well, according to Sheriff Cassidy, it's just Megan responsible. I've been so manic and upset today over Skylar. I can't remember good, but it seems like he said at that press conference that they cleared everyone else. Hey, Red Rum. Hey, Michelle. Um, I need to go back and listen to it again. But I was thinking to myself, hey, I just don't know if they're accurate or not about that. Angela Boswell had to have been suspicious of where Evelyn was at. And if Hunter T's Chicken Shack, Megan's boyfriend Hunter Wood, wasn't involved, then why did he get his mommy to report that BMW stolen that he had taken and gave to Megan's mother, Angela? After that Amber Alert went out, he got panicked out, and that car was in his mommy's name, and he got, I think his mom's name is Melissa Wood, to report it stolen. And Megan and Hunter um, brought that car right up to Angela at Angela's father's house, according to Angela's father. Gave it to her. Megan said she was trying to mend the fences with her mom because they didn't have a good relationship. So they gave her that car. That never did make no sense to me. Knew that old witch was lying all along. I know, yeah. Like, who don't report their kids missing? Now, how did she murder Evelyn? How did that poor baby die? Is the question. Sheriff Cassidy, they're not releasing much information at all. This has took so long because of the coronavirus. And another thing, she wasn't reported missing for what? 2 or 3 months. Hey, Leather and Lace. That bitch is going to get her karma. The way we still got the interview up here on the channel that she did with I think it was WJHL, News Channel 11. She was outside of the courthouse in Bristol. She knew where Evelyn was at that time. She was talking to that reporter. She knew Evelyn was dead. And she sat there and smiled and laughed during that interview and told little stories and exaggerated. You could tell she was exaggerating, trying to make people think she was a good mother. Now, I don't know about Tommy Boswell, Megan's father, but the rest of that family's crap. And I'm like, Angela, she's a piece of crap. She's some grandmother. She's a wonderful person, isn't she? And mother. Didn't even know her grandbaby was missing. Probably didn't care. Because she's on meth. Probably didn't care. So she gets arrested for her and William McLeod for that stolen BMW, which really wasn't stolen. They didn't steal that car. Hunter gave Angela that car. But anyways, Angela's dad bonds her out of jail, and then she goes and robs him. She goes and robs her daddy after he bonded her out of jail. He was trying to help her out of that mess. Is Donna Marie in here? Is BTS in here? Gosh, I need to look. I'm just looking at my StreamYards chat. Hey, Debbie. Let me get back on here. I'm all over the place. My dog's got me tore up. My dogs are like, little fur children. Yeah, I've probably missed a lot of people. Hey, everyone that come in. Okay, I got an article here that was looking at the charges that Megan's got. Back to that interview I was talking about when Evelyn, the Amber Alert first went out and stuff. She had Duper's Delight in that video. It's obvious. Okay, a closer look. I'd love to go to this trial, guys. It's only about 40 minutes away. She's charged with 19 counts altogether. Then they'd be seeking the death penalty. Sorry, hold on a minute. I'm trying to get my article and I must have hit their Twitter or something. I just wanted to see what it said. Oh, here's the indictment. Jesus Christ, WJHL, I've done subscribed. It says, indictment documents show account of aggravated child abuse, accusing Megan Boswell of intentionally inflicting serious bodily harm on baby Evelyn. You know something that stuck out to me in that interview she done when baby Evelyn first went missing? She was telling this story about how she cried for a week the first time that baby Evelyn said, I love you to her. I think that's what she said. It was the first time she said, I love you, or the first time she kissed her. Maybe it was the first time Evelyn like kissed her or something, grabbed her face and kissed her. And I was like, that was a clear exaggeration. Yes, that is a beautiful moment. First time your baby says, I love you to you, or kisses you, but you don't cry for a week over it. You know, it touches your heart and you'll never forget it. It's a beautiful memory, right? But you don't cry for a week over it. And then, okay. And another thing she said is Evelyn used to pull her hair. She's like, Evelyn would always just like pull my hair. And I always thought to myself, that stuck out to me. Just the way that she said it. I thought to myself, I bet it's the opposite, little girl. I bet you pull Evelyn's hair. That's what I always thought when I heard that. And I still think that in my heart. I can't prove it, but in my heart, I believe what she said that day was really the opposite. She pulled Evelyn's hair. Nobody will ever convince me otherwise. Yes, I can link you, Beach Bum. Hold on. This is the best place to get information on Evelyn. Is from the local news right here. I'll put the link in and then I'm going to finish looking and see what else it says. If I can get my chat back up, that is. My phone froze. I'll get it to you in a minute, Beach Bum. My phone's froze. It won't let me get back into my chat. Okay. Grand jury charged Megan Boswell with 1 count of tampering with evidence, 12 counts of false reports. She reportedly lied to investigators, saying that baby Evelyn was with her father, Ethan Perry. Count 6, false report. The said false statement concerning Evelyn Boswell and the defendant's claim that her infant child was with the child's father, Ethan Perry. She told Sullivan County deputies she did not know where her baby was, and investigators found that she lied about her attempts to find the toddler. According to the indictment, Boswell also lied about the last time she saw her baby and about the fact that her baby was possibly injured. Count 8, false reports. These said false statements concerning the alleged last physical contact that the defendant had with her infant daughter and Ethan Perry's alleged refusal to respond to her text and voicemails regarding her daughter following an argument with Ethan Perry about the custody arrangements concerning her daughter. Jesus Christ, she lied to them. She made up all kinds of stories. She also lied about the alleged time frame of when she gave Evelyn to Perry, since she could not handle her daughter anymore, and his alleged threats to take her to court to address custody issues, according to investigators. See, that's the first time I'm hearing that she made a false statement saying that. Um, Count 10 false report. The said false statement concerning the alleged time frame of when the defendant gave her infant daughter to Ethan Perry to keep since she could not handle her daughter anymore. Okay, I just read that, didn't I? She could not handle her daughter anymore, and Ethan's alleged threats to take the defendant to court to address the custody of their daughter. 5 counts against Megan Boswell list her lying about her mother, Angela Boswell's involvement in the case. According to the indictment, Megan Boswell also falsely reported that she thought Evelyn's cause of death resulted from either her or her boyfriend, Hunter Wood, rolling over onto the child while sleeping, and that she did not know the location of the child's body. First time I'm hearing that. I'm going to read that again. According to the indictment, Megan Boswell also falsely reported that she thought Evelyn's cause of death resulted from either her or her boyfriend, Hunter Wood, rolling over onto the child while sleeping, and that she did not know the location of the child's body. God, you lying bitch. Count 17. The said false statement concerning the death of her infant child and the defendant's claim that her child's death resulted from either her or Hunter Wood rolling over onto the child while sleeping, and that the defendant did not know the location of the child's body, contrary to Tennessee Code. Boswell is also charged with abusing the corpse of her toddler. Finally, count 19 charges Boswell with not reporting the death of baby Evelyn. Okay, I get it. Okay, so the newspaper is telling you what each count is, and then it's showing the count. Okay. I hope that bitch gets the death penalty. She tried to blame Hunter. She's tried to blame Angela. If I had have known those indictments was in there, we would have went through them all. But I'm going to look at them when I get off here and got a little bit more time. I really don't got time to do it today. But I had to come on here and talk about it with y'all. Gosh, I'm going to have to restart my phone, guys. I can only see. Hey, Karen, Jungle Doll. I can only see the talk chat because my phone's froze up. Hey, Mary Mary. So they said I guess they cleared Hunter and Angela. But like I said, I'm not so sure about that. Maybe they just couldn't prove it. And if Megan does, finally decide to come clean and does tell on them, they're not going to believe her because look how many times she's lied. Look how many different stories she's told. But to me, she's fully to blame. She was Evelyn's mother. She was supposed to protect her, love her, care for her, nurture her, and she didn't. She abused that child. I've always thought that she abused that child. Everyone said her friends, family, oh, she was so good with Evelyn. Yeah, she probably was in front of them. But behind closed doors, it was a different story. She didn't want to be tied down with Evelyn. She probably resented Evelyn. Evelyn held her back from being able to party and hop from one man to the next. If you hit the button that hides the screen, it may help. What are you talking about, Remy? The truth is not in her. No. No, the truth's not in her. Hey, she remember when she peed herself? She was staying at her friend's house. They was out at her daddy's property. I think they had either found Evelyn or was about to find her, something like that. And she peed herself. She wet the bed that night. I call her a little girl because that's what she is to me. She looks like, a child. Little girl better put her big panties on because she's going to the big house. She's never getting out of Sullivan County Detention Center. She's going to be going to prison. She'll never see the light of day again. That's just an expression, meaning she's going to jail and she's not getting out. Monkey see, monkey do. Yes, Karen. She learned from the best, her mother. I'm having Casey Anthony deja vu. A lot of people say that, Donna Marie. She reminds me of Casey Anthony. She reminded me of Susan Smith during that interview with the television station. That's what she reminded me of. Yes, you could tell she was guilty. And she also told investigators that Evelyn was up here in Virginia, in Mendota, Virginia. Just a small coal mining town. In a camper. She said that Angela Boswell, the grandmother, was babysitting Evelyn. Um, she went to pick up Evelyn. Angela didn't have Evelyn, and she said she had took Evelyn to a camper in Mendota and gave her to some people for them to watch her. And she wasn't going to give the baby back until Megan paid her the money that she owed. That was another lie. She was trying to blame anyone but herself. Not to be argumentative, but who thought Casey Anthony would get out? I didn't think that she would, Donna. I didn't think she would be found not guilty. I was standing in line at the pharmacy when it came in, not guilty. I could not believe it. That one should have got the death penalty too. Hey, Mandy Hall. I didn't say hey. Let me see if I can get my phone back on now. Um, oh, yeah, guys. I saw that an article that Marilane Carter, most authorities think she likely used carbon monoxide to take her own life. Hey, Dark Visions. Let me see if I got any more coffee in my coffee pot, guys. Hold on. No, that's okay. I'm drinking now. But, I hope they investigate that a little more. Also saw that when they found her car, that the car was turned on. The ignition key was turned on. I'm always suspicious of things. I just hope they investigate and just don't assume. Because someone could staged it to look like that. I think she has, they sent her body off for an autopsy at the crime lab. For sure, no surprise. Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can find my chat again. Okay. My phone froze up and I couldn't get back in. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything in this article here about Evelyn. I've been waiting for this ever since she was reported missing. Here's what I always thought. with the car deal that Megan and Hunter gave Angela. I always thought they gave Angela that car because she noticed that Evelyn was gone. So they gave her that car as kind of like hush money. Why else would they take a BMW and give to her? Now, according to Angela's dad, he witnessed this. I can't remember his name right off the bat. It seems like he may be a Stanley. I don't know. I can't remember his last name. But I have an interview, a video up where the Bristol Herald Courier interviewed him. And he says that Megan and Hunter drove that car up there and gave it to Angela. Hunter was outside, had the hood up, messing with the battery. They were supposed to get the title put in Angela's name later on so Angela could get tags and all this and that. So I would really love to know the truth of why they gave her that car. I mean, I just got my theory that it was like hush money. And then right after the Amber Alert, Hunter got his mom to report it stolen. And that's another thing. Hunter and Megan take this BMW and give to Angela, and it's not even in Hunter's name, it's in his mom's name. I heard that Hunter and his family sold that nice house they have in Bluntville and moved. But I did hear that the chicken shack was back open. The next time I go to Kingsport, I'm going to go by Hunter T's Chicken Shack. I believe he knew that Evelyn was gone too. Someone had to have realized she was gone. I know Megan was lying to people and saying like she's at her dad's and stuff. Come on. What kind of family is this? And that's very weird, like she never wanted to be found. You know, she had her head under some clothes in a shed. Yep, Hunter got scared. Yes. He knew Evelyn was gone. Maybe the sheriff's office can't prove that, but I think that. I'll never be convinced otherwise. He had to have known. And why did he downplay their relationship like he barely knew her? Why did he lie and say he had never seen Evelyn before? I've seen Megan's text messages with her friend and her friend calling her out about that. Megan admitting that it was a lie. The whole Megan Boswell family seems messed up. Yeah, well, I think Remy. I saw Remy in the chat earlier. I think she knows a little bit about them. This isn't a case I really followed, so good to hear about it. It's very sad, Dark Visions. Look up Evelyn Boswell. Let me see if I can put that link into the. Okay, so there's the link that's got the article with the indictment in it for Megan Boswell. If you want to follow the Boswell case, you need to follow WJHL because that's a local station and they always got the breaking news first. Um, she was likely just a booty call. Yeah, side chick. Well, she was staying at his house in the basement at one point. A lot of her stuff was in storage at her dad's, though. Well, Evelyn, Carolina girl, Evelyn was found in a shed under some clothes and stuff. And she had on the outfit that went out in the Amber Alert that they said she had on. like the little pink tracksuit and things. No problem, Dark Vision. Yeah, check out that link. It's got the indictment at the bottom. If I had time, we would sit here and go through it all. I read some of it that was in the article. I've just had a stressful day. My dog, I've been to the vet twice this week. But I just had to come on and talk about this. They will put the screws to her now that she is charged. She will turn on whomever she can. Oh, that reminds me. Let's see what her lawyer said. I saw something about that. Let me see if I can find it now. I may have to, her lawyer made a statement about it. Let me look on Google. I mean, it really don't matter what he says. We all know she's guilty. She was Evelyn's mother. Just like Lori Vallow, she's the most responsible for her kids being murdered. Attorney for Megan Boswell responds to murder indictment. Okay. Once the ad quits playing, we'll listen to what they say. I wouldn't want him representing me. I think his last name is Sproles. I could be wrong. Gosh, how long is this ad?
So Brad, when you heard the news as far as the 19 counts that are now against Megan Boswell, including two of
Oh, you can't hear it.
What's next?
You can't hear it. The volume's low. Okay, let's see what it says. I have not been able to speak with her recently. There have been some COVID issues at the jail, said attorney Brad Sproles. So we're somewhat limited in our ability to talk to folks up there. But I've spoken with some of the sheriff officers, and in the next few days, they're going to try to make arrangements, maybe where I can talk with her by video. Pointing to how long it took a grand jury to indict Boswell on murder and other charges, Sproles said the case against his client may go on for quite a length of time. Okay, he said, I spoke with the district attorney after the press conference, and they're going to work on providing us with the discovery for all the evidence so we can take a look at it, which we've not been able to do at this point. I'm sure that's going to take a while. There's volumes and volumes of evidence, and they've had to go through that they've had to go through. When asked if he was surprised by the indictment, Sproles replied, I'd rather not answer that. You know she's guilty, buddy. See, I don't know how attorneys do that. I could never be a defense attorney. I'm just too emotional, and I'd be biased, I guess. Um, he knows his client's guilty, but he still has to represent her and pretend like she's innocent. You know he doesn't think she's innocent. You know he doesn't. I just don't understand how they do it, especially attorneys that's got little kids or children. How do you represent a child killer or molester and you know in your own brain that they did it? How do you do that? Yeah, he's a public defender, Donna. Yeah, he's a public defender. He seems like a nice guy too. Brad Sproles. He looks so familiar to me for some reason. I can't place him, but I don't know. He looks familiar. No, no way I could do it at all. Me either. Hey, Southern Mom, be safe driving if you're driving. Okay, let's see if it says anything else. That's that's about all it says. Um, I don't think there's justice for Evelyn yet. Personally, I believe that there was more people that were involved or knew that Evelyn was gone, and I'll always believe that. I mean, they say that Megan is solely responsible. She may be. I think she is solely responsible, of course. But I believe other people knew that Evelyn was gone. And that makes them guilty too, in my mind. Hey, Mommy Mars. I think defense attorneys like the challenge. If they can get a good outcome, it helps their reputation. Yeah, but how do they do it with a clear conscience, Dark Vision? I don't know how they do that. I couldn't do it. I got too bad of a conscience, anyways. Faithful one, I hope your daughter's doing better. So let's look at Marilane. I still want to call her Marilane. Marilyn Carter. I saw this. Police reveal likely cause of um, death is carbon monoxide. There was evidence the car had been running while inside the container. Based on initial evidence, Carter likely died of carbon monoxide poisoning, according to the sheriff's office. And her uncle is the one that found her body sitting in her SUV on Tuesday. Okay, so the shipping container was on a private property in a rural area of West Memphis. She had been missing for a while, guys. She went missing August 1st when she left Kansas to drive to Birmingham, which I thought was strange. A woman out driving alone and you leave at 8:15 p.m. at night. I mean, that's just something I wouldn't do. But I think she was familiar with that route. It's probably how she knew those shipping containers were there. Odd the uncle was the one to find her. If it isn't fishy, can you imagine finding her? That'd be really traumatic. Um, and it said like everybody else that was searching for her, they were all searching in that area her cell phone lights pinged in, right? Everybody else went home and he stayed behind and he was like, searching, driving by and saw those shipping containers and decided to go investigate. And when he got over, there was her car. The hubby does seem off. Yeah, he was kind of smiling during his interview with the reporter, I noticed. And I was like, gosh, that is just so weird the way he was acting and so casual about it. He was just real laid back. Like, I don't know, he didn't come off as concerned. I'm a very suspicious person, so I've done come up with a theory in my head. She could have called him and he was like, where she was not really in her right mindset. She hadn't been sleeping. She was suffering from depression. That's where she was going to get treatment. But, anyways, he might have said, stay right where you're at, and I'll come and get you, babe, and drive you back home or something. And he could have come and met her, done something to her, staged it to look like carbon monoxide, like she did it herself. I'm not accusing him. I'm just saying I did think that in my brain. It's possible. Anything's possible. But they sent her off for an autopsy, um, and they're supposed to investigate. It's not been confirmed, carbon monoxide, but they said most likely. Just makes no sense to me. Yeah. Police searched that area but never looked inside. Yeah, they should have looked inside. Maybe they thought, oh my God, maybe they thought, no, nobody would drive up in one of those. But when you're searching for someone that's missing, you got to look everywhere, no matter if you think someone would go inside of that or not. Because, like I always say, anything's possible. Yeah, Jungle Doll, I witnessed a suicide, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear about your brother. Also, I lost my grandfather to suicide when I was young. You just don't never know what someone's thinking or what they're going through. Really, why you should try to be kind to people, even on the internet. Should be kind to people because you don't know their struggles. You really don't. I think, honestly, guys, my mind thinks all kinds of crazy theories when it comes to true crime. But honestly, I think Marilyn was suffering a lot more than what anyone knew, like with mental illness. And if she was experiencing mania, she probably didn't know if she was coming or going. Because I experienced mania, I have manic depression. And when you have mania and depression like that, you are not thinking straight. I don't know how she was driving. When I have my mania spells, I can't even concentrate to light a cigarette. I don't even know if I smoked a cigarette. I'll have stuff in my hands and I'll do stuff with it. I'll have no memory of it. It's bad. There's no way I could drive like that or would even want to drive. Yes, I saw photos with tire tracks inside on Plunder's channel. Yeah. Are there no photos of the shipping containers yet? Donna, check on Plunder's channel. I usually would have tried to got stuff up like that, but I've just had a lot going on with my dogs and stuff this week. Doggy's got to come first. See, that could have been a lot of her problems, Dark Vision. She could have still been grieving. It could have really affected her losing her previous fiance. See, I knew she had a fiance before this pastor, but I didn't know what happened to him. I didn't know that he died. I thought they just broke up or something, and then she married this pastor guy. I mean, I saw an interview of him, and he just acted like nonchalant. Just, I don't know. It was weird. It was weird just the way he talked. He was too calm. But maybe that's just his personality. But I'm always suspicious. Mania with loss of sleep is deadly. Yes. Because if you don't sleep, you'll get delirious. You'll be hallucinating. I mean, I don't understand why he let her drive. She had planned to fly to Birmingham. Then she takes a nap. I think this was according to her sister. It was a sister or friend. Takes a nap, calls her sister back. It was like, oh, I'm not going to fly. I'm going to drive. Then leaves at 8:15 p.m. at night. That don't make a whole lot of sense to me either. Driving alone, you're going to start out at night? Not me, sister. I wouldn't do that. What husband even wants the appearance of not caring about his wife? Hey, I've seen some desperate husbands, and you could tell they were really concerned about their wives missing and stuff. I mean, And then I've seen some fake ones. You can tell real emotion. There's no hiding real emotion. When you're watching, well, this is what it's like for me. When I'm watching someone cry and I can tell they're hurt, it makes me hurt. I want to, and I start crying. Hell, I've been listening to live streams before and people cry and I'll start crying. So you can tell when someone's got real emotion in their, or, versus them, faking. Explains her keeping buying gas and driving so little distance. Yeah. I'm just wondering, okay, if she died of carbon monoxide poisoning, wouldn't she have had to have run a hose from her exhaust into the window? I guess he can't stop her. She wants to leave the house. Yes, they're right. Yeah, you're probably right. Probably hard headed like me. I'm going to get something in my head. I'm going to do it. So I think I figured out what was wrong with my laptop the other day. And it wasn't wanting to screen share and play audio. This laptop has Microsoft Edge on it, and I had took that off and put Google Chrome browser, and it just was not wanting to cooperate. So I put the Microsoft Edge back on it, and it works. I did several tests yesterday and screen shared and shared audio, and it worked. I'm not messing with my laptop no more, guys. Although my Chromebook did have a better mic. So I think I'm going to have to order me a mic. No, just block up the exhaust pipe. Andrea Yates' husband is a good example of devastation. Chris Watts is a great example of fake concern. Yes, Mommy Mars. Good observation. Yes. Man, me and Mark, I can remember the first time as soon as Shanann and the girls went missing, we were right there in the bedroom watching HLN. Ashley Banfield was still on doing her crime lives. And we was watching Chris and we both looked at each other and we was like, he did something to his family. Yeah, you could just tell. I was like, watch him. He was like looking off. He was laughing. And it just didn't seem natural. I just want them to come home. Cece, you sound fine to me. Well, it wasn't sounding fine the other day. It was all robotic when I was trying to screen share. And, then it wouldn't play an audio. And I figured out once I went back to the Edge browser, it works fine. You know what, Dark Vision? I have always been afraid to cover is it the Delphi or Delphi case because I I didn't follow it closely, and there's so many YouTubers that are kind of experts on it, and I'm afraid I'll mess it up. But you know what? I need to quit being a titty baby and just do it. That's a good idea. I'm glad you suggested that. The Roden murders is something else I would like to discuss. Those assholes is going to be going to trial soon. Can you believe how many of those, that family that they killed? I mean, they was making sure nobody got custody of those kids. I don't know. You know what I think about a Delphi case? I think it's someone that they know. I think it was someone that knew those girls. It could have been a random stranger. You won't mess it up, CC. We love your reporting. Hey, Just Jax. I know, but you get like some of those assholes like that one that called me the other day. You clearly don't know about Madeline McCann's case because her parents were not cleared. Excuse me. Yes, they were by a Portuguese court in 2008. I think it's 2008. Does that mean that they're innocent? No. But the facts are they were cleared. I didn't say I was an expert, and I didn't say that her parents didn't do it either. I don't know who the hell did it. But there was no sense in that lady commenting because I remember that stream that we did, and I was asking y'all a lot of questions. If you want to comment and tell me something or correct me, you come at me in a respectful way. You don't come at me. You clearly don't know because I don't roll that way. I don't talk to people that way, and nobody's talking to me that way. And that's basically what I told that lady. I said, we don't talk to people like that in this community. You could have told me in a nicer way. I said, you clearly don't watch my channel. I sure did. I put that clearly in there for her. Usually stuff like that don't bother me, but I don't know. That just hit me. Like to start off a sentence, you clearly don't know. Well, you clearly don't know me, lady, because I'm not going to take your smart mouth just because I'm pure nice on my streams. Don't mean I'm going to let someone just come at me sideways because you don't want me coming at you sideways. Trust me. Reverend Donna did a reading recently on Delphi. Yeah, very, very exactly. Just because they're cleared don't mean that they're innocent. Don't mean they're guilty. Don't mean crap. Just means they didn't have enough against them, I guess. Never get the impression that I'm an expert. I'm just an amateur, like true crime, and come on here, discuss it, and advocate for children and animals. Crap, my chat knows more than I know. There's just no sense in acting like that on social media. You should be respectful because you never know what kind of mood I'm in. I might be in one of those moods you come at me sideways. I might catch you out of hell. Who knows? Yeah. Uh, some YouTubers are nuts, love drama, know it all. Some lives can be brutal, but not here at UC. So just be kind and respectful. Hey, that's all I ask, Lizard Lace. Just be kind and respectful. If you want to tell me something about a case, tell me. If you want to correct me on something, correct me. I always say correct me if I'm wrong. Just do it in a respectful manner. Don't start out a sentence you clearly don't know. That's rude as hell. I've clearly stated I don't know, asshole. Now, I may want to act like an expert about the Dulos case or one that I follow closely, but I've stated numerous times I don't know everything about the McCann case like some of y'all do. Yeah. Hey, hey, Dark Vision, there is a man that does nothing but the Delphi case. I think he's kind of got long hair. YouTuber, of course. Cannot remember his name. But I think he gets very passionate about it. And I think he's had streams about people that don't know their crap about that case. Long time ago, I seen it. I can't remember his name. We love it when Cece gets riled up. Oh, Lord, I try not to get riled up too much on here. Oh, yeah, I saw a hot car death. People don't know how to take care of their kids. I swear. I take better care of my chickens and my animals than some people do their kids. It's a damn shame. Here's another fact. My chicken coop's probably cleaner than some of these people's houses that we talk about that abuse and neglect their kids. Oh, crap. In an advertisement. Alabama officials released the names of two young boys who passed away last week inside of a car while temperatures outside soared to over 90 degrees. Daniel Garcia, 3, Ivan Salazar Jr., 1, apparently couldn't get themselves out of the car after climbing inside. The incident happened on August 15th. So the coroner says the toddlers got into the car sometime after 1 p.m. on Saturday. Family members found the boys about 3:30 p.m. the same day. The boys' parents reportedly said they thought the children were playing in their rooms but must have wandered outside. Are you freaking kidding me? They were last seen at 1 p.m. and the parents didn't know they were missing till about 3:30? You don't go in the room and check on your 1-year old and your 3-year old? Police do not suspect any foul play in the case. Deputies are investigating, but it unfortunately is just a tragic accident. Excuse me? This is neglect. Okay, is this another story? The boy's death marked the second time in the same week that a child died in a hot car in Alabama. Dakota Fowler, 20, and Brandy Burks, 21, were arrested after their 3-year-old son Bentley was found dead on August 9th. It is unknown how long Bentley had been in the car. Bowler and Burks told police in Hodges they put their son to bed around midnight Saturday. He was found dead about 4:30 p.m. Sunday. Oh, that's the couple. Remember I showed y'all their mugshot and it had that girl with the red hair in it and her eyes was bugged out of her head? And we read the article and their house was all filthy inside. I'm sorry. I mean, this is sad. I hate it for their family, but I mean, you got a 1-year old and a 3-year old, and the last you don't check on them for a couple hours. They're unattended in a room. 1-year olds can put stuff in their mouths and everything. I mean, that sounds neglectful to me. I don't know about y'all. Hey, Shug. I feel like I've not seen you, Shug, in forever. Huge neglect. I could understand if they were older, but seriously, watch your kids. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I mean, I know some of y'all got little kids. Don't y'all check on them every few minutes? Or are you going to leave a 1-year old in a room and not check on it for a couple hours? No. I even check on my dogs when they're being too quiet, you know? I've been a nervous wreck today, guys, over my dog. Okay. So I better get off here in a minute. But before I do, I want to share a good story. We're going to do one good story a stream. I need to start doing them at the beginning. Let me just get on my article here. A dog's life was saved by an awesome family. I don't think I read you guys this one. I can't remember. If I did, I'm sorry. Okay. Boaters spot dog struggling to swim 4 miles offshore and rush to save her. Jeannie Wilcox, her husband, their 2 kids were enjoying a boating excursion on Lake Michigan when they spotted something odd. The Wilcoxes were aboard their boat off the hook, making an 8-hour trip from Grand Haven to Frankfort, Michigan, when the excitement occurred. Jenny says they were about 4 miles from shore when she noticed an animal struggling in the water. The animal was red in color. But it wasn't until they got closer they realized it was a dog. Jeannie began to yell, "Dog in the water." The family pulled the exhausted animal into their boat. They figured she'd been treading water for at least an hour by the time they happened by. The dog was cold and tired, but seemed otherwise unhurt. We brought her up on our swim platform really easily, Jenny told Detroit News. We dried her off. She was obviously scared and cold. The family continued on their journey to Belmont. Once back on dry land, they brought the dog to a vet to have her microchip scanned, and within hours, her owners were located. Jenny and her family later met up with the dog's owner, sharing a video of their happy reunion on Facebook. Happy, happy reunion. All dogs welcome on Off the Hook. So their boat's called Off the Hook. If I can show y'all a picture of the dog. Let me see. Yeah, my laptop seems to be working better. See, I couldn't do it this easily yesterday. I'll just show y'all a quick pic. I can get it loaded. There we go. It's back to being fast again. There she is. Oh, she is a really pretty dog. Let me go back down to the full story here. Is it still screen sharing? Quit screen sharing. Okay. I wanted to see that. Okay, so there's the picture of the Wilcoxes. Great family. I'm glad they saved this dog. And there the dog is after they pulled her up. Oh, it probably wouldn't have made it to shore. It's a cute dog. What happened to my YouTube chat here? Let me get back on it. Oh, that's a good picture. Yeah, we got to share one happy story a stream. Let me cut my volume down on my phone. Yeah, we're going to start doing one nice story a stream. Probably at the beginning is when we should do it. But I couldn't today because I was talking about Skylar. Also, I'm going to try to do member streams on Wednesday nights. I didn't get to last night. I was going to, but Skylar got sick and I was worried about her. And probably on Saturday nights, every other Saturday night. I can't promise I can do it every weekend. But we're going to have some fun on them. The next member stream, we're going to play some true crime trivia. And I'm going to try to have one Saturday night. We're going to try to play trivia Saturday night and have some fun. I'm going to let you guys know. But that's what I'm planning on. I've already got some good trivia saved for everyone. Thank God she was saved. I know, faithful one. I get these stories about these dogs all the time with the happy endings. A lot of these dogs I read about do suffer abuse, and then it ends up, being rescued and finding a good home. I'm just wondering how this dog got in the water. Surely someone didn't throw this dog out into open water like that. That's cruel. Maybe it fell overboard. I don't know, but it was reunited with the owner. Okay. Okay, so it's reminding people to put your pet's life jacket on if you're going to take them out in the water. So more than likely, This dog fell overboard. It didn't say. Anyways, anywho, guys, let me get out of this. I'm going to say goodbye to y'all, and um, I will see y'all in the morning. Y'all have a good day. Let me see what Michelle said for you. How the heck did it get so far out? I just don't think the dog would have gone that far out. Mine wouldn't, and I know it. No, someone had to. It had to have gotten thrown off the boat. It at the end of the story, it was reminding people to put their life vest on their dogs. So I'd say it fell overboard and it didn't want to say. But anyways, everybody have a great day. Thanks for chatting, and I will see y'all in the morning. Be kind. Peace. And thanks for saying prayers for Skylar. I appreciate it, guys. I'm like heartbroken over her because I could tell she was in pain, but she's doing better right now. She's acting a lot better. Anyways, love y'all. Peace.